Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the electrifying world of eFed Broadcast Channel. Before we dive into the heart-pounding action, let's set the stage with a brief disclaimer. The following content is an eFed Broadcast Channel event created within the WWE 2K universe. All characters, storylines, and events are fictional and exist solely for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to real-life individuals, living or deceased, is purely coincidental. Viewer discretion is advised. This show may contain intense simulated combat, dramatic rivalries, and over-the-top personas. It's all in good fun, but please remember that these are digital avatars, so grab your imaginary popcorn, suspend your disbelief, and let's get ready to rumble. Now, let the virtual battles commence.
I like your take on boobies. And I like boobies.
Hired Gun.
I am the hired.
Don't
Test.
Hired
Gun. I am the hired gun.
Don't
Test me.
I am the
I am the hired gun who about to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all of y'all. How you want a submission to pinfall? I am the hired gun who about to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all.
Welcome to the Turnbuckle Talk Podcast with your host, the Hired Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How you doing, y'all? Been a minute. Had a lot of wrestling to watch, and usually if there's wrestling over the weekend, I ain't gonna get to y'all until probably Tuesday, so I can talk to y'all about SmackDown, Raw, NXT, the pay-per-view, all in one bunch, and the rumors that's going around. So, I wasn't coming here over the weekend when news broke about Ricochet and him leaving. Now, he's betting on himself. And there's nothing wrong with betting on yourself. It's, regardless of him being hurt, nah, he's betting on himself. Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay, even though he was fired over there in the Indies and Japan and stuff, he was still betting on himself when he didn't go to WWE and he went to AEW instead. He also didn't want to move his his family, his wife, and his stepson overseas. That was the main thing that he didn't want to do. Will Ospreay didn't want to just pack up his whole family and move them over to the States. So he's just doing it, But back to Ricochet, Ricochet is betting on himself more than how to say it. He's betting on himself as a star. Not so how to say this. With me, I said this last week that he wouldn't be doing. He'd be doing the same thing that he was doing in WWE and AEW. So he's betting on himself right now that he can do more than that. That he can get more TV time, he can get more main events and all that good stuff. Now, we can't go by when he first gets there. So everybody's white hot when they first get there. Or when they debut somewhere else. Look at Ziggler. Ziggler got released, and when it was time for him to debut somewhere else and stuff, he was white hot. No point intended. But he was white hot. He won 3 belts. You know, he got a title shot for the TNA World title. He lost it, but he got a title shot for it. But he's still the AAA World Champion right now over there in Mexico. All right, he just lost the global New Japan World title, but he won that. All right, and then it was something else he won. All right, but that was in the beginning. Now we're gonna see what happens afterwards. Now, Ali, white hot, still white hot. So and I'm not trying to discourage Ricochet from betting on himself. Not doing that at all. I'm just saying, everybody who gets not everybody, the names that get released sometimes start off good. You know, they start off good because they're out there. You know, they're out there, right? And then they go and then they go somewhere else. Like, because Ricochet is doing AEW, like, he's going there, and Tony Khan is for sure gonna put out Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. He'd be dumb if he didn't, but he's gonna jump at doing that match because it's there. You know. Like, he's gonna jump at doing that match because he can. You know? He's supposed to. It's the best match he'll have. So it's gonna happen. So him betting on himself is good. Now we get to see what he do afterwards. You know, so like last night on Raw, which Raw was pretty good to me. I would say Raw was like a good 7. The lowest probably 7. Lowest is probably 6.5. Now the matches I enjoyed the Ron Breaker versus Dragunov, right? And I also enjoyed the Finn and Drew McIntyre match. Those 2 matches stood out by themselves. Like, it was the best matches to me. Both were like, I want to say the Braun Breaker and Dragunov match was like a good 4. Like a solid 4. And the Drew and Finn was like a good 3.5. You know, good matches. The EO versus Lana match was pretty good too. Like, solid matches. The only match I didn't care for was the Sammy versus oh no. There's some other matches I didn't care for, like the Sammy versus Otis match. Even though that was more of a story than anything else, you know, it wasn't what it was supposed to be. You know, it was a match, but it was like 90 seconds. It was like 90 seconds, but it was just telling the story. You know, I didn't like the tag match either. The world title match. Now, I'm gonna say this. It's cool that R-Truth got a win at WrestleMania, and it was for the tag team belts. That's cool, but I also would have been okay if they would have lost these tag team titles the following week. Like, I'm also cool with that. Like for real. Like this tag team title run has ran its course, and they shouldn't hold these belts that much longer. Like they could have won it at Mania and lost it the following week, and I would have been cool with it. Now they being tag team, they shouldn't be. You know, but those are 2 things I didn't like. And like everything else I liked it. Everything else I liked it on the show. You know, Like everything else, like so Booker T's contract is gonna expire pretty soon. You know, like another thing that they tease is that about Ricochet leaving is his fiance. She left when they rolled him off on TV. She left like to be with him. So, what if she leaves? It ain't as simple as just plucking Buddy. What's his name? Ryan. The male announcer from NXT now. He was on SmackDown. It ain't as simple as just plucking him and putting him on Raw, and then what do you do about NXT? See, they're gonna have to hire another ring announcer. Like eventually they are, because of the fact that she can say that she's not gonna leave, but eventually she's gonna leave. Eventually that's gonna happen. Ain't no way around that. And it ain't as simple as replacing her because of the fact that she's one of the best, if not the best right now, going right now. So eventually you are gonna have to replace her. Because of the fact that she's not gonna stay being a ring announcer 5 years from now. But they let Pat do some ring announcing last night. But that's not a what's the word? That's not a. It's not a sure thing, because when Pat, even with Pat, when college football start back, Pat might leave, so you're gonna have to replace him. And I just told you Booker T contract from expired, so there's that. Speaking of expired contracts, now they wrote Ricochet off last night for the same reason what they going through with Chad Gable right now. Chad contract was supposed to expire Friday. Okay. Now either Chad signed an extension or he signed a new contract. All right. If he signed the extension, he only signed the extension so he can have his match. And then he can feud with so he can have his match, and then he can feud with Otis, because some stuff that happened. Now, if Chad loses on Saturday, and it's because of Otis, then the blow up gotta happen. With Otis turning on Chad, and then them having a feud. Then after that, who knows? Alright, because then we'll find out if Chad signed a new contract or if he signed an extension, because that stuff matters. But they got rid of they wrote Ricochet off because of the fact that his deal's not up yet. But they get him off TV, so because he told them up front he told them up front that he was leaving. After his contract expires, so they just eliminated all kind of plans with him, so they won't have the same problem they had, the same problem they got going on with Chad Gable right now. Having them all in these plans, and then for what? So they finish that off. Sorry, hold on a minute. So they just wrote him off after that. They just wrote him off because of the fact that, Christian Plans don't need him if he ain't gonna be there. Plain and simple. But like I said, he's betting on himself. Now, let's talk about NXT. Nah, Cody's gonna be there this week. Today. Like he's gonna be there today, and the Jordan Grace versus Roxanne match was pretty good. Now, the pay-per-view was like a good 6.5. I like the ladder match. I enjoyed the Jordan Grace and the Roxanne match. I enjoyed the Open Family match. So, which I can see Open Family holding 2 belts eventually. The North American title and the X Division title. I mean, the North Division title and the World. And I mean, the NXT World title at the same time. Because all it would do is Open Family will have to drop the other belt. Drop the North American belt like Keith Lee did. And it just means he hasn't been pinned. Right? Like Open Family's undefeated. He hasn't been pinned yet. Now, mind you, he's had 2 3-way matches. So, you know, and you know he didn't pin Wesley. He pinned the other dude. Alright, so like Open Family's still undefeated. Like, he hasn't been pinned since he debuted. You know, so like I can see him holding 2 belts. How long? Who knows? But you know, if they do it, the Keith Lee route, that means he would just win both belts, and then he would vacate the North American title like Keith Lee did. Because I can see that happening. The ladder match, I want to say the right person won, but you know, honestly, anybody could have won that belt, and it would have been the right person who won. So there's that. So the Jordan Grace and Roxanne match. So if they wanted to make news, Jordan Grace should have won. You know, she should have won. But you know, once the contract came out that she only had 3 appearances for NXT, and it was the one that she did. It was the match she had the following week, and then it was that match, the title match. You knew she wasn't going to win. You know, because she only, like, if they would have added to like 2 more appearances or 4 more appearances after that, then yeah, like you can see her winning. But once she didn't win, you know, I mean, once they told her contract for WWE, you know, shit was in the walls. Then. I mean, like she wasn't gonna win, but it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Like she showed out. Jordan Grace did, and you know, regardless of how I feel about Roxanne, she's doing her job. You know, if she made me not like her, so I didn't like her when she was a face, right? And I can't stand her as a heel. So she's doing her job. You know, like she's doing like because I got a saying, if you can't stand somebody when they act, then they doing their job. You know, like if you can't stand somebody because they're playing the character, then they doing what they're supposed to do to get over. And Roxanne's doing what she's supposed to do. I can't stand her as a heel. Alright? Like I didn't like her when she was a face either, but I can't stand her even more as a heel. So I mean, she's doing her job. Like she's getting over it by any means necessary. Now, you know, and now how this is gonna work when she gets called up, who knows? You know, but and it's soon, because as soon as she drops the NXT title, she's getting called up. They need it. I mean, NXT needs it. I mean, so, and I said this before, NXT is real solid when it comes to female wrestlers. Regardless of how many regardless of how many got torn ACLs and stuff, like they're good. They're good. You know. So speaking of contracts, uh, Tama Tonga and his brother, they got another brother. I forgot his name, but his contract gets expired over the weekend on the 9th. Alright? He's coming to WWE. Like he's WWE bound. Right? And he's joining WWE, I mean the bloodline. Like that's happening. Like ain't no way around it. That's happening. Like guarantees gotta happen. You know. So like he's joining the bloodline. He's younger than both his other brothers. All right. He's taller than all. Like he's taller. Like from what I heard, he's taller than Braun Strowman. And they need tall wrestlers like Braun. You know, like it's been a minute since WWE had a tall wrestler. You know, because I don't want to say a muscle wrestler because of the fact that they have that. You know, but because they got that in Brock, or whenever he come back, or if he comes back, they got that in Bobby. They got it in Braun. You know, they got that. So they have a muscle wrestler. They just don't have a tall, like one of these tall. Oh, I mean, if you want to call so you can't even call Otis, not Otis. I mean, Otis is a big guy too. Pause. But not, he's not tall. Same thing with Otis. Is probably like he's tall, but he's not what I'm talking about right now. Like, what's his name? The guy that I get back to that. But you know, they don't have a tall wrestler right now. Like a young tall wrestler right now. Because even the dude that the MVP manages, which, you know, they haven't used him in months. Like you seen Omos. That's his name. They haven't used Omos in months. I think the last time they used him was in the Royal Rumble. Alright, so like obviously they don't see a future with him like that. Alright, so they need to sign some people. So this is one now. You know, after this, you can't keep signing all these Samoans. You can, but like you need to sign other people too. You know, it just can't be people. It just can't be people just to stick in the bloodline. Like it can't just be that. Like he had to be different stuff. You know, so there's that. But you know, it's just another member in the bloodline, and you know, they still haven't debuted Joseph Fatu. You know, they still haven't done that with him yet. But I think there's a reason for that because I think it has something to do with the fact. Well, I don't think I know. It has everything to do with he can't travel overseas like that. All right, and majority of and you know that was a problem with the other brother. All right, well not brother. Tony's brother. All right, he can't travel like that either. So you know, like Fatu, the other Fatu cousin, their cousin, he can't travel like that. All right, and all these pay-per-views have been overseas. You know, they've been in Australia, they've been in France. You know, they're gonna be somewhere else too. So once they get all these pay-per-views out of the way that's overseas and stuff, then he will debut. But this is that. Now listen. This whole Dom thing with Liv Morgan, there was a twist that happened like this thing. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I would have been folded. Like I would have folded. I would have folded like 2 weeks ago. Alright, damn this week. Like I would have folded last week. So like Don better than me. Alright, Don better than me. I would have did what Finn did. Just cut that key. Which if you didn't see the video, that's who got the key. Finn has the key. Okay. The whole kill key. Finn got it. Okay. Like he was real slick about it. He got it. Okay. Alright. So on the pay-per-view that's coming up on Saturday, Drew winning last night makes me. I didn't think Drew was gonna win. I didn't think Drew was gonna win the world title Saturday anyway. But I was thinking about it, like maybe he could have. But I think he beat Finn, and they put that stipulation in that Judgment Day would be banned from ringside. Already tells me what's going to happen. It already tells me that that CM Punk is going to interfere in that match. Now, let me say this too. They said Judgment Day. They said Judgment Day. Alright? Carlito's not a part of Judgment Day yet. He's trying to get in the Judgment Day. He hangs out with Judgment Day, but he's not a part of Judgment Day yet. Like they haven't fully put him in. Like he's just around, so he could interfere too. But I see CM Punk interfering in that match. I do. I see CM Punk. I see CM Punk interfering in that match. Now, the AJ versus Cody. I don't know if I even talked about this yet, about the whole fake retirement. Listen, that was gonna happen. The fix was in. Once you see him in that powder blue suit, the fix was in. Like I'm not saying he's not gonna retire eventually, but I can see AJ having 3 more years left in him before he call it quits. And by then, he should have at least one title run, a war title or the WWE title run in him. He should. Alright, but it won't be Saturday. Alright, and this is an I Quit match. But even if it was an I Quit match, it's not like he's not gonna lose. He's not gonna win. Alright, Cody has only been champion for like 60 plus days. Alright, you're not gonna have the face of the company drop the belt that soon. So when I say this, I'm not saying he gotta get to 200 something wins. No, but he gotta get to 100. Now there's certain people like John Cena and Orton that they didn't hold the belt that long. That's true. So he could lose it in 80 days, but he's not losing it Saturday. Like I can see Cody losing that belt. I can see him losing at SummerSlam. If anything, I can see him losing at SummerSlam because technically, Cody don't need the belt now. He don't, but he's not gonna lose Saturday. Like Cody was a face of WWE before he won the belt. Like so he just finished the story, and now he wanted to make it mean something, and that's cool. But he's not losing Saturday, so AJ's gonna win. Not AJ, I'm sorry. Cody's gonna win. Damian Priest is gonna win. And then I see Gunther beating Damian Priest. That's what I see happening. Because first we got to get the Money in the Bank first. Alright. Bailey's gonna keep her belt because some of these matches is just to fill in spots because of where they at. And as much as they giving Piper Niven time, it's only because they in Scotland. Like Bailey probably gonna lose to Nia Jax at SummerSlam. I can see a lot of titles changing at SummerSlam. Tag team titles, all that. Speaking of tag team titles, and I get back to my prediction. Well, hold on. Jade and Bianca, they're gonna retain. No need to take the belts off of them right now. No need, because they like Jade and Bianca moving to both brands. So there's no need to break them up right now. Well, not break them up, but there's no need to take the belts off of them right now. Let that sink in right quick. Let this settle. So, but to the other tag team situation, they're gonna break up Jason Waller and Austin Theory real soon. It's coming. They're gonna turn Austin Theory face. Alright. They're gonna turn him face, and then, but they gotta lose them belts first. They gotta lose those belts first for that to happen, and they could lose them next week or whenever they get the title match, because it won't be this Friday. Nah, but we get Kevin Owens and Solo on Friday. Much as I love Kevin Owens can't beat Solo right now. That can't happen. Like I said, Solo has to get these wins. Now, I know Tonga can travel. I don't know if his brother can, because his brother couldn't travel when he went to France. He couldn't go. So I don't know about this time, because that SmackDown's gonna be over there overseas too. So it is the only downfall of this new bloodline. Like, some of these boys can't travel because of their past history and stuff. They can't travel. Alright, so it's the only downfall of this 2.0 bloodline. So there's that. But we'll see. Nadia's contract, I think it's expired. Now, there's a contract on the table, so we'll see what happens with that. I had some more news this week. I'll probably come on here Thursday. Because, AEW comes on Wednesday, so I'll probably come on this Thursday. I still gotta figure out how I'm gonna watch TNA, because the way I was watching it can't happen no more, because they took that away. But we'll see. I also heard that WWE is open to working with the Rascals. If you don't know who the Rascals is, it's the group that Wesley used to be in back in TNA. There's 4 of them. Okay, when Wesley them was gonna do a contract. What was it? Wesley and I forgot his tag team partner. They got contracts to go to NXT. There was one more who did a trial. I forgot his Miguel. Miguel. Troy Miguel. Troy Miguel in NXT. I mean, is in TNA. He turned down the deal to go to NXT at the time, and he went back to TNA. Alright. And when Jordan Grace showed up on NXT, he wanted to reunite with Miguel Dome wanted to reunite with Wesley. Now, I hear that they open to it, but when Wesley got jumped at the pay per view by I forgot that group's name. When he got jumped, people thought it was gonna be the Rascals, and it's not. It's gonna be Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates helping him instead. It makes sense. It gets something for Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates to do, because they wasn't doing that. I thought they was hurt, or somebody was hurt or something, because they not doing that on SmackDown right now. I mean on Raw right now. Like they not, Might as well do something on NXT, until they got plans for you to do that, and until they got plans for something you to do on Raw. But I'm in the show with that. Next episode, I promise y'all, I go a whole hour, cause that's episode 70. So I'm in the show with that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all leave a comment. Watch the show. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch eFeds. We should have the pay-per-view out soon. So make sure y'all watch New Breed. This is the Hired Gun. God bless. I'm out.